In this week's Signal Emitted, Android won't allow side loading anymore, Godot has official live streams, a free CRT shader, and there's also a Creator Spotlight, Game of the Week and Tip of the Week. Welcome to Signal Emitted, your weekly news video for Godot related news. I'm Voylin, and Android will stop side loading support next year. Or maybe? Side loading on Android, something you might want or need to do when developing Android games or applications, will become more difficult starting 2026. For people who don't know what side loading is, it's basically a way to install Android applications from other places than the Google Play Store. By example, from sites as itch.io or maybe directly from developers' their websites. And before I continue, only developers who verify their identity will be able to let users sideload their applications. So sideloading will still be possible as long as the developer is basically verified, and this also only applies for certified Android devices. But in what way will this affect Godot creators, like game creators and software creators? So first of all, if you're going to release games or software on the Google Play Store, this really won't affect you at all. It won't affect you or your users. But if you want to share your apps through a platform such as itch.io or your own website, you will need a developer's account, even if you don't intend at all to upload it on the Google Play Store itself. To create a developer's account, all you need to do is pay $25 and say bye-bye to your privacy by verifying your identity and giving them more personal information about yourself. And, well, honestly, let's be honest, they probably know all your information already and they probably use your information already anyway. But yeah, after that, to share your apps, you'll have to sign them with your developer key, and ta-da! Users will be able to install your apps from other sources like itch.io. If you don't do this, the installation will just fail for your users. Other than that, nothing will really change for Godot developers, and Godot will continue to be able to export projects for Android, and the export templates also don't need any changing. For Godot developers especially, the hobbyist and game jam enthusiasts who want to develop for Android will be required to pay the fee and basically own a developer account and do the whole verification process, sell your information even more. And other than that, things will stay the same. Also, I want to mention quickly that I'm talking about the viewpoint for Godot developers and not for other use cases. This is supposed to be a change for security reasons, and although this could be somewhat justified, well, yeah, alternative motives do seem to be behind this change, as the amount of security this provides isn't a lot and can easily be abused anyway. And then before we continue to our Creator Spotlight, a big thank you to my Ko-fi supporters for supporting Signal Emitted, Gozen, and all the other stuff that I do. I have been able to upload as much in the past weeks due to pain in my arms. Yeah, an RSI or whatever it is, I have no idea. 3 clinics later, I still don't know. So a big thank you for all the people who keep supporting me. And yeah, I hope I'll soon be better again to make more tutorials, code snippets, and start working on Gozen again. And up next, the Creator Spotlight. For this week's creator, we have the Yellow Dude. So let's see what his channel is about.
Hey there, it's me the Yellow Dude, and I make games, cause why not? So I've been using Godot to create my games for the last 3 to 4 years, out of which 2 years are documented on my YouTube channel. On the channel, I make devlogs, Godot tutorials, and I also do live streams occasionally. For the tutorials, I mainly focus on small, to the point, Godot beginner to intermediate level tutorials, so you won't have to spend 10 minutes or so watching a huge video just to make a score system. Oh, and I almost forgot, I also got a game on Steam called The White Project, which is a small arena shooter inspired by Devil Daggers, Ultra Kill, and Do. So if you are one of those who enjoy those kind of games, why not try out our game and see if it fits your style. The demo is available for free by the way, so you can check that out. Anyways, I think that's all about me and my channel. Thanks Voylin for having me in the Signal Emitted episode. I'll be happy to see you guys on my channel in a cool new video. Bye bye.
Thank you for sending in the video, and as usual, there will be a link in the description if you want your channel to be featured in the Creator Spotlight for the future episodes. Please reach out to me through the link in the description. And then for the other topics, Godot Tomorrow is a live stream series on the official Godot YouTube channel in which people can directly interact with one of the Godot maintainers. In this week's live stream there was an overview of the yearly community poll results with some key takeaways, and the yearly Godot Fest in Munich, and also some Q&A. The next Godot Con will be in Munich, Germany, and is happening on November 11th. If you're planning on going and you haven't booked your tickets yet, then you better do that before October 1st, since the price for the late bird pass is quite a bit more expensive. And have you got any plans of going to Godot Fest, or are you waiting for one closer to where you live? Or maybe you just find the price too high? Let me know what you think of GodotCon, Godot Fest in the comments below. From this year's community poll, we also saw that GodotCon in Amsterdam or New York is kind of requested. There's no official information yet on whether these will become future locations for conventions or not. Sadly for Japan, it was kind of low on the list, so for me an opportunity to go to any GodotCon in the future, it will all really depend on how things go. And then a quick mention to the Godot Wild Jam Edition 84 winner. This month's theme was Critters, and the winning game, Raccoona Dumpster Diva, is a game in which you select the garbage can that you want to go through, you dive to collect your items, and then you decorate your raccoon and post pictures on social media and then try to grow your account. This game is available for free on itch.io, so give it a try. And before we go to Game of the Week, I want to quickly shout out a new CRT shader made by Harrison Allen over on Reddit. This CRT shader is one of the best I've seen so far, and it is available for free on GodotShaders.com with even an explanation on how it works. So check it out with the link in the description. And then for Game of the Week, I have a game which was made for the GMTK Game Jam, which I personally kind of enjoy playing. Trainsaw is a strategic game in which you have a 5x5 grid and you need to place your buildings carefully to collect resources, repair your wall, and to get new buildings. It's a fun game which gets more challenging towards the end with the bosses which spawn, and only the buildings in your golden area are active, so you have to choose wisely where you place your buildings and which ones you want active at that certain moment. Now this was a game jam game, but I do hope it gets built further upon with extra features, maybe extra building types. Anyway, you can play it for free on itch.io. And then over to tip of the week. For this week's tip, we need to head to the Godot script editor. Do you know that your Alt key has some great powers here? Holding Alt and pressing your up and down keys can move your selected lines up and down. Also, when you hold Alt and click on different locations in your code, you are adding extra cursors, which allow you to add and delete code in those locations. And while talking about multiple cursors, Ctrl D highlights the next instance of the word your main cursor is hovering on. And yeah, select as many as you want and change them all at once. Not impressed enough? Ctrl Shift and the up and down arrow keys create multiple line cursors in the direction you want to add, delete or change text over there. Use these shortcuts as it can speed up your coding in the built-in Godot editor, well, GD script editor. And yeah, that's it for this episode. Kind of short one again, not much happened. I hope for the next Signal Emitted my arm will be better so I can have more codes, tips of the week. Anyway, a big thank you again to my Ko-fi supporters. Thank you very much for all the support. I'm sorry that the episodes in the last weeks have been kind of short, and sorry for the normal viewers of this channel that my content has not been up to date. Also, my kid is sitting at my feet, so you may hear him every now and then. It's been difficult with my arm. I can't really get much content out. Just working on my PC for today to write this script was kind of tiring and painful. But yeah, I hope I'll be healing soon. Thank you very much for watching. And as usual, subscribe for more. This is a weekly series and hopefully I'll soon start getting more tutorials and older stuff out on the channel. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.